Hello friends, welcome to this online series of lectures on Industry 4.0. So in this particular lecture, we will be learning about the obstacles that comes in the way when we are implementing and adopting the Industry 4.0 technology. Previously, we talked about various pillars of Industry 4.0. What is the framework? What is the roadmap for Industry 4.0? But there are some obstacles and challenges when we are adopting and implementing the Industry 4.0. So we will discuss those challenges in this lecture. We will be focusing on India particularly, as India is in the developing stage when we are adopting these kind of technologies. And specifically, if we talk about the adoption, there are two key sectors to look for. The first one is the MSME sector, micro, small, and medium enterprises, and the second one is the agriculture sector. These two sectors contribute hugely towards the GDP of Indian economy. So we will discuss those two sectors. So Industry 4.0 and India, because these obstacles definitely contribute huge towards this development of Industry 4.0 technology when they are being used or implemented in India. So starting with the classification of the Indian economy, there are three basic sectors to be classified into. So starting with the primary sector, which contributes and their share towards Indian economy is almost half, and it is agricultural sector that is contributing towards the primary sector. We have dairy, fishing, forestry. These are the primary sectors. Then these makes the raw materials ready for the manufacturing industries, which is the secondary sector, like car manufacturing company, furniture industries. These industries come under the secondary sector. Then we have tertiary sectors where you have the service industries. For example, tourism industries is there, railways, and then you have this hospitals. All these services are coming under the service industries. So three basic classification is there if we talk about the economy sectors in India. So let's talk about the MSMEs. Why we are talking about MSMEs? Because they contribute hugely towards the GDP of Indian economy. And MSME stands for micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs. Right. So let's look into detail. So what do you mean by micro enterprises? Where these enterprises are the one where the equipment investment is up to 10 lakhs, as it is written here. But it is since due to recent developments, these are going to change. But talking about the formal definitions of the micro enterprises, the equipment investment is up to 10 lakhs. Talking about small ones, from 10 lakhs to 2 crore rupees, that is the equipment investments when you are using the equipment worth up to 2 crores. It comes under the category of small enterprises. Now from 2 crores to 5 crores, the equipment investment is there within the industry, within a company, then that company is going to be called as the medium enterprise, right? Right on the top of those medium enterprises, we are going to talk about the corporations. Right. So these are some of the formal definitions. What is the classification in the point of view of equipment investment when we are talking about MSMEs, like mediums, micro, small and medium enterprises. Now, first and the foremost thing is almost 51 million SMEs are there in India. Right, huge number. And if we talk about the employment, almost 120 million people are employed within these industries. And talking about the contribution, almost 38% of the contribution is from the MSMEs only towards the GDP of India, gross domestic product of India. And exports are also almost up to 40%. These are a bit old figures, but you can say that definitely it has increasing trend right now. And talking about 2015 and 16 figures, the growth is almost 20%, and that is almost stable. 18 to 20% is the stable growth it is achieving, MSME sector. So huge sector, and it is contributing hugely towards the development of India, and that is why Industry 4.0 penetration is a must when we talk about development, overall development of India, performance of India as an economy. These sectors play a vital role. Now let's look into the government initiatives, Indian government initiatives towards Industry 4.0. We discussed this in the one of the lectures where how India is preparing towards Industry 4.0, specifically Samarth project for creating the awareness of Industry 4.0, which stands for Smart Advanced Manufacturing and Rapid Transformation Hubs. Along with DHI, Department of Heavy Industries, government has started some projects, starting with this Pune lab of dedicated for the Industry 4.0. It is located in the Pune. Then we have IIT Delhi and AIA collaborations working towards the smart manufacturing. They have lab developed towards the Industry 4.0 development within the country. Then we have IISc Factory and R&D platform located in IISc Bangalore. Then Smart Manufacturing Demo and Development Cell in CMTI, Central Manufacturing Technical Institute. And we have DHI COE Center of Excellence, Department of Heavy Industry Center of Excellence. Along with IIT Kharagpur, they have developed a lab towards the Industry 4.0. They have dedicated projects working towards Industry 4.0. So these are some of the projects used by the made by the government towards the development of Industry 4.0, creating awareness and education systems dedicated towards the Industry 4.0 development in the country. Along with government, institutions as well as the industry should also come up with this kind of projects so that they can create this awareness about the Industry 4.0 and working towards the development of Industry 4.0 projects. But there are some obstacles coming up in the roadmap of the development of Industry 4.0. We will talk about these obstacles. But before that, we also discuss one more important sectors, which is agriculture sectors. It is also contributing hugely towards the development. And if we see the revolution, talking about revolution in agriculture technology, starting from the product where they were using in the agricultural farm, right? It has come a long way. Starting from the smart product, they were connected to this system for analysis, right? Farming industries. Now they are connected to Wi-Fi as well, right? Network as well, so that they can understand and monitor the crop harvesting. Then we have the system developed so that they can work together. Different equipments work together and they can be monitored easily. And system of systems is the development in stage where you have the whole decision support system created for this equipment being used in the agricultural industries. So India is again using this kind of technology of Industry 4.0 within the agriculture industries. But there are some obstacles coming up in these two sectors, MSMEs and agricultural sectors. So let's discuss those obstacles of Industry 4.0 when we talk about their implementation and adoption in the mainstream. So starting with the first one is the lack of digital strategy. There is no strategy defined and framework defined. So how are you going to develop these kind of implementations when we talk about the adoption of Industry 4.0? Then also the resources are also very much less in the sense like whatever the technology that goes towards the development and implementations, there are also a scarcity of those resources. Here if we see the Industry 3.0 where conventional automation is there, going towards Industry 4.0, you have this strategy like say for example, why does this happen? If you see here, what will happen? Then how can this autonomous reaction should take place, self-optimizing machines, right? And then you can come up to Industry 4.0 framework in place. So these kind of strategies, this is just an example strategy, but these kind of strategies must be in place to have successful implementation of Industry 4. So first and the foremost is the lack of strategy as well as the resource scarcity. Second is the standards, absence of any norms and standards and poor data security, because this technology is emerging right now. The data security, cyber security is emerging right now. It is in the infancy stage right now. And norms and literally absent. There should be a common norm and standards if we are developing this kind of technology, right? Architecture should be there and standards based on this architecture for this networking. Also cloud security concern is also there. There is also general neglect towards this kind of technology because they are expensive, right? Very high cost of interfacing is there. So these are some of the obstacles when we talk about the lack of standards as well as the data security. So two major concerns are there when we talk about these obstacles. Now, if we summarize these obstacles, the first and the foremost is excessive investment is there because this technology is very expensive. But day by day, the cost of this silicon, if we talk about the chips, are going down. So definitely they are going to be affordable in near future. Also the employees, because see this industry, the government and educational institutions are coming up with this curriculum as well as the awareness of through these industry projects, and they are going to curb this problem of insufficient training towards the employees. They are going to get trained, but there is still a problem. This is an obstacle in adoption. Standards, as we discussed, norms and standards are literally absent for the development of Industry 4.0. Then we have legal situations are also there. Legal framework is missing when we talk about data transfer, data securities. Low maturity level for the required technology. These technologies are not completely mature enough to be used in the mainstream factory environment. So once they are mature enough, they can be easily be penetrated, can be used within the factory environment. Also, some of the data security concerns are also there, privacy concerns are there. So once it becomes robust, they can be used within the industry environment. Then we have top management resistance is also there because of the high investments and cost benefit analysis is missing. This resistance is definitely prevalent within the industries. These are some of the obstacles that are being faced towards the adoption of Industry 4.0. And broadband infrastructure, if we talk about, these are enabled through the network infrastructure only, broadband infrastructures, and it is missing right now. But see, recent developments from Geo fiber optics, and there are similar developments are also there from different network providers, where they provide the 5G technology as well as the broadband infrastructures. So it is going to be less of a problem, but at the present it is a problem, and it's an obstacle towards the adoption. And finally, we have the network stability. Since the poor broadband infrastructure is there, their network ability, stability, for example, and data backup features, for example, huge data is being gathered. So there should be some facility towards this backup of this data as well as the analytics of this kind of data. So these are some of the obstacles that industries are facing right now towards the adoption of this Industry 4.0 technology. Specifically, we talked about India in the introductions, where MSMEs as well as agriculture sector is hugely contributing towards the development of India. And we will be that is why the focus of Industry 4.0 towards these sectors is mainstream. And it is important to implement Industry 4.0 specifically in these sectors. There are other sectors as well to look into, but these are the main sectors to look to be focused on. So that's all from today's lecture. We in this final chapter of Industry 4.0, we started with the introduction of this Industry 4.0 and India. What the Indian economy is, what are the different sectors, what are the key two factors are MSMEs and agriculture sector is there, and how these are sectors contributing towards the economy of India. And we also discussed about some of the obstacles if we talk about India and generally different countries as a whole, because India is slowly adopting Industry 4.0. So we talked about these obstacles when we talk about the adoption of Industry 4.0. Next lecture, we will be discussing about the framework conditions. What are the framework conditions? When we are developing any framework for Industry 4.0, what are these conditions when to be for the successful framework of the Industry 4.0? So we will discuss that in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.